The march of progress, it is said, is relentless. But what if that march has been subtly, almost imperceptibly, diverted? What if innovations, brimming with potential to reshape civilization, have been quietly shelved, deliberately suppressed, or simply forgotten? We embark on a journey through the annals of science, a voyage into the shadows where remarkable discoveries languish, their transformative power unrealized. This is not a tale of simple oversight, but a probing examination of potential conspiracies, unfortunate accidents, and the complex interplay of power, profit, and prejudice that can shape the trajectory of human innovation. Our investigation begins with Nikola Tesla, a name synonymous with electrical innovation. His alternating current AC system, standardized at 60 Hz in North America, powers our modern world. Yet, Tesla envisioned a world beyond wires, a world fueled by free, readily available energy. Wardenclyffe Tower, his ambitious project on Long Island, aimed to transmit electricity wirelessly across vast distances. The tower, reaching a height of 187 feet approximately 57 meters, was intended to resonate with the Earth's natural frequency, estimated to be around 7.83 Hz, the Schumann resonance. This resonance, a naturally occurring electromagnetic phenomenon, could theoretically have been harnessed to distribute power globally. However, funding dried up, fueled by the concerns of financiers like J.P. Morgan, who feared the loss of control over a free energy source. Was this a case of pure economics overriding scientific potential? Or was something more sinister at play? Tesla's work on wireless energy transmission, though incomplete, serves as a stark reminder of the potential that can be stifled by economic interests. The tower was demolished in 1917, a symbolic end to a dream that many believe could have revolutionized energy distribution. The path to medical advancement is often paved with resistance. Consider the case of Royal Rife, an American inventor who, in the 1930s, developed a microscope and a frequency generator he claimed could destroy viruses and cancer cells. He asserted that by targeting specific resonant frequencies, he could selectively eliminate pathogens without harming healthy cells. While Rife's methods showed promise in initial experiments, they faced fierce opposition from the established medical community. Accusations of quackery and suppression by powerful pharmaceutical interests plagued his work. The American Medical Association (AMA) was a strong force at the time and often opposed methods not in line with conventional treatments. While the scientific validity of Rife's claims remains debated, the story highlights the challenges faced by unconventional medical approaches, particularly when they threaten established industries. Archaeological discoveries can challenge our understanding of history, sometimes with unsettling implications. The Ica stones of Peru, thousands of engraved stones depicting advanced technology, surgery, and interactions with dinosaurs, present a perplexing anomaly. These stones, found primarily in the Ica region, are estimated to be between 500 and 1,500 years old. While many dismiss them as hoaxes, their sheer number and the complexity of some of the engravings raise questions. Official archaeological narratives largely ignore these findings, often attributing them to local artisans creating them for the tourist trade. However, the intricate details of the carvings, including depictions of caesarean sections and organ transplants, suggest a level of anatomical knowledge that seems improbable for the cultures of that era. Are these stones evidence of a forgotten, advanced civilization? Or are they simply elaborate forgeries designed to deceive? The lack of rigorous scientific investigation into their authenticity and origin leaves the question unanswered, and potentially vital historical information remains obscured. Government secrecy, often justified in the name of national security, can also impede scientific progress. The history of cold fusion, or low-energy nuclear reactions (LENR), provides a compelling example. In 1989, Martin Fleischmann and Stanley Pons announced they had achieved cold fusion in a simple electrochemical cell using palladium electrodes and heavy water deuterium oxide, D2O. Their initial experiment produced an excess heat of approximately 4 watts, a result that, if verified, would have revolutionized energy production. However, their findings were met with skepticism and ultimately discredited by the mainstream scientific community, partly due to difficulties in replicating the results. While many dismissed cold fusion as a scientific blunder, others argue that the potential implications for energy independence led to deliberate suppression, particularly given the involvement of government-funded research institutions. To this day, research into LENR continues in private laboratories, but the field remains largely marginalized, despite the potential for a clean and virtually limitless energy source. The initial rejection and subsequent lack of sustained, transparent investigation raise questions about the influence of political and economic factors on scientific inquiry. The annals of invention are filled with intriguing lost technologies, inventions that, for various reasons, never achieved widespread adoption. One such example is the teleforce weapon or death ray purportedly invented by Nikola Tesla. While concrete details remain scarce, Tesla claimed to have developed a particle beam weapon capable of destroying aircraft and armies at a distance. He offered the technology to various governments, including the United States, as a defensive weapon to deter war. Tesla described the device as utilizing a beam of microscopic projectiles accelerated to tremendous velocities, capable of generating immense energy. While no working prototype was ever publicly demonstrated, the concept aligns with Tesla's known expertise in high-voltage electricity and particle physics. Was this a genuine breakthrough suppressed for strategic reasons, or simply an unrealized ambition? The lack of definitive evidence leaves the death ray shrouded in mystery, a tantalizing example of a technology that could have dramatically altered the course of warfare. Another forgotten invention is the dynasphere, created by J.A. Purves in the 1930s. This was a single-wheeled vehicle designed to travel at high speeds, potentially reaching 120 miles per hour. While it never became commercially viable, its potential for efficient transport was not fully explored. The story of forgotten discoveries is not always about deliberate suppression. Sometimes, promising innovations are simply overtaken by superior technologies or fall victim to changing market conditions. However, the examples we have explored raise crucial questions about the forces that shape scientific progress. Do economic interests, political agendas, and established paradigms unduly influence the direction of research and development? Are we overlooking potentially transformative technologies because they challenge existing power structures or disrupt established industries? The answers to these questions are complex and multifaceted. As we conclude this exploration, it becomes clear that the history of science is not a linear progression of uninterrupted triumphs. It is a complex and often contradictory narrative, shaped by human ambition, economic pressures, and the ever-present tension between innovation and established interests. The forgotten discoveries we have examined serve as cautionary tales, reminding us that the pursuit of knowledge is not always a straightforward path. It requires vigilance, critical thinking, and a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom. Only by acknowledging the potential for suppression, neglect, and bias can we ensure that the future of scientific progress is guided by the pursuit of truth and the betterment of humanity. The question remains: how many more revolutionary ideas are languishing in obscurity, waiting for their moment to reshape the world? The answer, perhaps, lies in our willingness to ask the right questions and challenge the accepted narratives of the past.